Good morning. I guess. Just went ahead and woke up here at just outside of St. Mary's, not far from my receiver. I'm gonna go ahead and make some breakfast and get on over there, I guess. So we'll go ahead and see how that Jimmy Dean or whatever that stuff is called, how that stuff tastes for breakfast, huh? Yeah, let's go ahead and get that made, huh? These Volvos have kind of a magic trick. Sometimes when you ignore a check engine light, it just disappears. And that seems to have happened with my truck. I turned the truck on this morning after it being off while I was asleep, and the check engine light is just magically gone. So, yeah. It just needed a rest, I guess. Hey, but anyway, this Jimmy Dean thing is kind of cool. I guess the eggs were already included. You would think it would need to be refrigerated because the beaten eggs are included in it, but apparently not. So if I die, you'll know why. So this could be my last diary entry. We'll see. Dear diary. So, but it should be pretty easy. So the eggs were included, which means the whole thing is only 310 calories. That's not bad. I can't complain about 310 calories for all that. So see, we got this stuff here. This is the cheese and bacon bits and stuff. And then we got the eggs right here. This is the pre-beaten eggs right here. We gotta shake it. Shake it. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. I kind of got out of my little diet, my diet yesterday. I needed some comfort food earlier yesterday after that friggin' stressful time in Pittsburgh. So I got some pizza from the Flying J. I shouldn't have done it. I haven't done it for a while. But I am telling you what, that was a stressful day. But there's a problem, you know. People look at food as a comfort food. There's a problem there. That's why it's so easy to get fat, because people look at food like that. They look at it as something to comfort a bad day, like alcoholics do with alcohol, you know. So it got me off track a little bit, but even with that pizza, I really didn't even go over my calorie allowance. So can't really beat that. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's good, I guess. But we're gonna get back on track today. I'm gonna have these eggs, go unload, and then go reload, and then go back to. I'm gonna give you 3 guesses. Where am I going after this? Where am I going after I unload? Huh? Where am I going? Starts with an A, ends with a Allentown. You got it. Allentown. Well, it turns out upon further investigation, they actually do need to stay refrigerated. So when you buy these, keep them refrigerated. I just asked my wife about it because she bought them at the store and then just left them in a bag by the front door, which is what she does with my stuff that doesn't need to be refrigerated. She'll just leave it by the front door so I don't forget to take it with me, you know. So I assumed it didn't need to be refrigerated. And yeah, apparently she got them by the hot dogs and she didn't think about it because they're in that open refrigerated area. So she just, you know, she didn't really think about it. But yeah, come on, you gonna focus? Well, right there it says to keep refrigerated. Serving suggestions, keep refrigerated. I don't know. Oh well. So I guess I'm gonna wait till next week. She's gonna get me some more. I wanted to try some. 310 calories for this whole thing. That would have made a pretty good breakfast. But I guess I'll go back to my usual sausage and eggs until then, which is pretty good still, but yeah, so we'll do that. Isn't technology amazing? Seriously, I was just thinking about it back there. I'm sitting here getting unloaded, and I use my phone for everything. Literally everything. I don't have a laptop. I have a smartphone. And I use it for everything. I vlog on it. You know, I do all my vlogging. I do all my editing. I upload all my videos from it straight to YouTube. You know, I mean, I'll bring a laptop with me whenever I end up buying my own truck, so I can actually do, you know, my bookkeeping on the laptop and everything. You know, with Excel and everything, which I'm sure I could do that on here too, but I think it'll just be easier with a laptop. But it's just kind of insane. I'm sitting here in the middle of nowhere right now, and I just uploaded a 28.5-minute long video to YouTube, and I'm just sitting in the back of my truck with a little 5.5-inch iPhone 7 Plus, and but it's funny because we get mad if our internet connection becomes a little slow. Oh my God, it's taking 30 seconds longer to do something. All hell's breaking loose. The world is ending. But it's kind of funny to me because everything is at our fingertips today. Everything. With the technology, it's all on our smartphone. You know, it really is. And I remember when I was a senior in high school, I didn't have a smartphone, or I didn't have a phone. Of course, nobody had a smartphone when I was a senior. Gotta feel old. But nobody, you know, very few people had their own cell phone. Well, very few high school students had their own cell phone. They used their parents. And I used my parents, and I always felt like the BMOC, big man on campus. I always felt like the big man on campus. But my parents gave me their cell phone, you know. I always, you know, flip it out. It'd be a flip phone, which back then flip phones were cool, you know, because they were compact and just sleek. You know, that was before the Razor came out. And when the Razor came out, the Razor came out when after I graduated. Well, that's another way to feel really old. The Razor came out after I graduated, but yeah, I remember those old flip phones, man. I felt like the man when I had my parents' flip phone, and now I've got an iPhone 7 Plus, and I do everything with it from my truck. So it's just amazing. You know, you got to wonder where technology is going to be in 10 years from now. I graduated in 2003, so it's been 14 years since I graduated. And a lot of technology has been acquired since then, so it's pretty amazing just how, and it grows exponentially, you know what I mean? I mean, everything just grows at such a rapid pace. It's hard to keep up. I'm surprised the iPhone 10 hasn't come out yet. But anyways, I just wanted to point that out. I just think it's kind of cool I think it's cool how I am able to do everything from my smartphone. Like I said, that once I pull the trigger and buy a truck, then I'm sure I will start bringing a laptop with me, because it'll just a little bit more space in the laptop for all my bookkeeping, and bigger screen to see what I'm doing, and it'll just make more sense to have a laptop. And when I do that, I'll probably start bringing a GoPro and using my GoPro for vlogging. So, yep. Anyways, I'm still getting unloaded here. Half a truckload. They're taking so far longer than I figured they would, but at least they're doing it, unlike Kroger's last week. Let's slide our tandems. I just got to slide them up because I had to slide them all the way back when I got unloaded here. So I'll just show you how to do that real quick. It's pretty simple. On these on newer trailers, they have pneumatic tandem slides. So all you have to do is set your trailer brakes And then go back there and you pull a little knob on the tandems, and we'll show you. So that knob right here, I'll pull that. And then the pins will retract into the holes like little turtles into their shells. I don't have to slide them very far, but I don't like driving down the road with them all the way back either. And whatever you do, do not release the tractor or the trailer brakes, because then you got to do all this crap over again. Not that it's very much crap, but you know. Alright, there we go. Then we'll get out and look and make sure it is to our standards. Let's check it out. Is it? See that? They're not all the way back anymore. They're in a good spot. Perfect. It's exactly, that's my favorite. It's exactly where I like to have them. So that way you can take corners a little bit better than if they're all the way back, but I also hate to have them all the way forward, because if you try to back into a spot, it makes it very difficult because you got so much overhang behind the pivot point. You always have to look at your tandems. You have to look at your tandems as a pivot point when you're backing into a dock or a spot at a truck stop. And then you gotta just go ahead and lock it in. You'll hear them snap. They might not already be in the holes, but let's check it out. Oh, there it is. Hear that? And we're good to go. But what I was saying was, the more overhang you have behind your tandem axles, the harder it is to back into a tight spot, because your pivot point is so far forward that you have so much overhang that sometimes it almost makes it impossible, depending on the truck stop and how much space you have. You know, so that's something you want to keep in mind. But where I'm at, where I showed them at right now is, in my opinion, that's the best spot, and that's almost perfect for most loads. You know, most loads are it balances the weight out perfectly, from the tandem axles to the drive axles. You know, when the tandems are in that spot. Yes, I know. I'm gonna get my seatbelt on. Chill. Jeez. Anyway, stop interrupting me. That's the best way to do it, in my opinion. And one thing about these Volvos that I've noticed is that no matter where you have the tandems, the steer axle, your front axle, it really doesn't fluctuate much at all. And this does not have an air ride or an air release fifth wheel to slide. So, you know, so you can't really manipulate the weight on the axle, on the steer axle with these trucks, which kind of sucks. But no matter what, I've noticed it's almost always, even when it's empty, I'm like right at 12,000 pounds or something like that on the steer axle. It's kind of strange. It's like it's not affected at all, because 12,000 pounds is the maximum weight limit for a steer axle. But when I'm loaded, I'm right around 12.3 on the steers. So it really doesn't affect it that much. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, that's again, that's a good place to put your tandems at. And usually you can just leave them there and you are good to go for a while. You know, I mean, unless you get like a small heavy load that's, say you get like a load that's 25,000 pounds, and it only fills the front half of your trailer. Then you got all that weight forward in your trailer, and it's going to put a lot more weight on your drives. In fact, that might put too much weight if it's only half a trailer load and it's that heavy. But you just have to play with it and learn it. You know, learn the ways of trucking, I guess, right? Well, apparently there was a logistical error here at Danon. So after they got my trailer loaded, I got the green light to go inside and get my paperwork. They told me that I could not actually leave with the load until 3:30 this afternoon. That's 3 hours from now. So luckily, and they assumed blame. They said it was their fault. But luckily, I'm only 10 minutes from the yard. So I'm gonna go home. Gonna go back to my Ford, and I'm gonna fuel this truck up at Keith's, and I'm gonna go back to my Ford and go home and take a shower. Maybe use this time to go to the gym. But I got a little bit of time to kill, so don't have to be here. Doesn't have to be in Allentown till 7:30 a.m. at least. So we're good to go. Still got plenty of time to do it. It's just I was hoping to go ahead and head on up there now. That way, again, I could take my time and have a nice, relaxing day. But I guess I'll still do that. It'll just be at home, which is better. Check out how crowded it's getting in the back of my Ford. Two car seats. It is ready. It's ready for you, Caden. Anytime. Come on out, bud. We're ready for you. Yeah, sort of. It'll be. Can't wait to meet you. That's for sure. All right. All right. Here we are. In my Ford. Got a good place to set this. I'm afraid to set it in the sun for obvious reasons. I don't want it to be hot. Let me shut that crap off. All right, let's go home for a little bit. I'm gonna mow the grass, and gonna mow the grass. Don't fall. And gonna go on a walk. And mowing the grass will constitute as a workout because it is a push mower. So I'm gonna actually map it and see how long of a walk it is doing our yard. Check these out. See that red Coronata and that blue Coronata? I don't know if you can. Woo. Yeah, anyways. They have the glider kits. So they're not going into California anytime, but they're nice trucks. Available here at Map. I gotta put my key back into the truck here, back into the mailbox. Go ahead and see. All right, let's go home. I don't mind listening to this. It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. Call that one. So it's pretty warm out, so I might not go on a walk after I mow. I might just want to take a shower and actually relax before I go back on the road. How retarded is that? How asinine is that? It's as if I think I work hard or something through the week. I don't know. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Gotta figure something out. What's going on with this air conditioning in here? It doesn't blow nearly as cold as the AC in our Rev. And I've recharged it. I added some Freon, and according to the gauge on the Freon, it was already full. It took a little bit, but not much. So, I don't know. I mean, the compressor seems to run okay. I don't know. It does the job. At least it has air-conditioned seats, you know? So, even if it's not blowing that cold up on me, it's blowing some cold air in my ass. So, that's good. Alright, we'll see you in a little bit. Swift, oh shit. Nobody's safe. They're on the tracks. Swift has overrun the country. It's the Swift apocalypse. Look, another one. Swift. Sucker's gonna fall off. He's gonna hit a bridge. He is gonna hit a bridge. I'll tell you one plus to having to come back here. You know, earlier they didn't have my yogurt. Well, guess what? They had a fridge full of yogurt this time, so I got some yogurt. Stocked up. I got 6 of them. It was funny. I was coming out to the truck with an armful of yogurt, and the yard driver stops me. Says, "Hey, come here." I thought, oh crap, I'm busted. I stole too much yogurt. I was only supposed to take 1, I took 6. They got me. But he just wanted to tell me that one of our trailers didn't have any brakes on it. Because our trailers and our trucks are maintained so well. So now I have to call my boss because somebody took that trailer. I guess he tried to pull out from under the trailer last night, and the trailer just kept coming with him. He didn't even have the airlines hooked up to it. I cannot stay here much longer when you got crap like that happening. V8, I'm gonna have that. That crap shouldn't be happening. It really shouldn't be.
Sorry to keep interrupting.
Oh, that's alright, man.
That trailer number's appreciated because that's just dangerous, man.
I mean, are you sure it just wasn't like, just slow to, you know what I mean? Slow to do whatever?
No.
It was completely just...
It was completely free because I tried to pull up from underneath them and it went with me. I had to back up, slam on my brakes, and that thing finally rolled.
Really?
Off. Yeah, it's that bad.
So someone probably has 43,000 pounds of yogurt in that thing right now. Okay.
So.
Well, at least it's not winter time.
Thanks, man.
All right, I appreciate it. There you have it. All right, well, I guess I'll have to call her. So, naturally, I called my boss and told her what that yard jockey told me about the trailer. And she got really defensive about it. I'm not surprised. And then she tried telling me that she's the one that picked it up and that the brakes work just fine for her. I don't know. All I know is the yard driver has no reason to make a story like that up. So, yeah, it's just, oh man. Just the fact she got so defensive about it. I had to tell her, I'm like, hey, I'm just relaying the information here. I'm not the one that discovered it. I'm just relaying the info. But apparently, the spare truck in the fleet, truck 10, the one I drove last week, that was a piece of junk. Apparently it broke down again on somebody else today. So she's just being overwhelmed. As is predicted when you don't maintain your trucks like you should. That's going to happen. You're going to get a lot of shit built up at one time. Alright guys, this is where I'm ending the vlog for today. I'm in Allentown getting unloaded, and then I am ready for bed. I had to stop and take an hour-long nap. An hour nap on the way over here. I was getting too tired. So, I'm going to go to bed once I'm done here. And that'll be that. So hey guys, we will talk to you later. If you liked what you saw, which I don't know why you would, but if you did, go ahead and subscribe. Why don't you? I'm going to start asking people to subscribe. Can't hurt. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to, please. Do it for the children. Alright, hey, we'll see you guys later, okay? Take her easy and stay safe out there.